Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, walking to the market, and realizing your entire life savings cannot even buy a loaf of bread. This is not a movie. This is the reality right now for your neighbors in Iran. The Iranian Rial has collapsed. It is trading at over 1.4 million rials to a single US dollar. Inflation is destroying families. The economy is in freefall. Naturally, as an investor in the Iraqi Dinar, you are asking the terrifying question: is Iraq next? Are we looking at a domino effect in the Middle East? Is the dinar about to follow the rial into the abyss? Today, we are going to expose the truth that the mainstream media is ignoring. We are going to put these two economies side by side, and what we find will shock you, because while one nation is dying, the other is secretly preparing for the greatest financial comeback in history. Welcome back to USA Fans. Today, we separate the fear from the facts. To understand the future of the dinar, we first must understand the death of the rial. Why did it crash? It wasn't an accident. It was a combination of isolation, sanctions, and a refusal to integrate with the world. Iran has been cut off from the global banking system. They cannot use SWIFT. They cannot trade freely in dollars. Their oil sales are restricted. When a country is isolated from the global financial system, their currency becomes worthless paper. It has no demand. No one wants it. This is the scenario of doom, and this is exactly what many fear could happen to Iraq. But is that true? Now, let's look across the border at Iraq. If Iraq was following Iran's path, we would see Prime Minister al-Sudani cutting ties with the West. We would see them rejecting the US dollar. We would see them running away from global banking standards. But look closely. We are seeing the exact opposite. While Iran is being pushed out of the global system, Iraq is fighting aggressively to get in. Right now, Iraq is implementing strict banking reforms demanded by the U.S. Federal Reserve. They are cracking down on money laundering. They are digitizing their customs and borders. Why would they do this? Why would they follow the rules of the world order if they plan to collapse like Iran? They wouldn't. Here is the biggest difference, and this is what protects your investment. Iraq holds the strategic agreement with the United States. The U.S. Treasury has a direct line to the Central Bank of Iraq. The Federal Reserve actually holds Iraq's oil revenue accounts. Iran does not have this protection. Iran is an adversary. Iraq is a strategic partner. The United States cannot afford to let Iraq collapse. A stable, wealthy Iraq is the key to stability in the Middle East. This means the dinar is backed not just by oil, but by the geopolitical interests of the world's superpower. The rial is on its own. Let's talk about the mechanism we discussed in our last update, deleting the zeros. Iran also tried to change its currency. They tried to rename the rial to the toman, but it failed. Why? Because you cannot put a fresh coat of paint on a crumbling house. Iraq is different. Iraq is deleting the zeros after building the foundation. They have passed the budget. They are finalizing the HCL oil law. They have record foreign currency reserves, $100 billion sitting in the central bank. Iran's reserves are drained. Iraq's are overflowing. When Iraq deletes the zeros, it is a sign of strength, a step towards joining the World Trade Organization. It is a graduation ceremony for the currency, not a funeral. This brings us to the future, the new global financial system. You hear rumors about the QFS, about asset-backed currencies. Look at the evidence. Who is buying the most gold right now? Iraq. Who is modernizing their electronic payment systems faster than anyone in the region? Iraq. They are preparing the dinar to be an asset-backed, internationally recognized currency. They are positioning themselves to be the Germany of the Middle East, an economic powerhouse. Iran is currently too unstable to join this new future, but Iraq is building the landing pad for it. So when you see the news about the rial collapsing, do not panic. Do not sell your dinar in fear. Instead, let it be a reminder of why you chose the right investment. You chose the country that is reforming, not regressing. You chose the currency that is backed by oil, gold, and international treaties. You chose the dinar. The collapse of the rial only highlights the strength of the dinar. As the rial fades into history, the dinar is preparing for its revaluation. The gap between the two neighbors has never been wider. We are watching history unfold. The transfer of wealth is happening, and you are holding the ticket. Stay strong, stay patient, and stay tuned. If you want to stay ahead of the fear-mongering and get the real facts on your investment, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. Do not miss the next update because things are moving fast. This is USA Fans, signing off.